And you can also do this, what is show quantile graphs. You see the P10, P90, P50, right? Okay. And stack diagram, you can show the mismatch or absolute mode, vertical or horizontal. Okay. Resolve into objects or based on parameters. Okay. And mismatch mode, objects investment and the model. All right. Objective function, this one, objective function, this one, the smallest objective function, and also 16, right? Again, you can go to this one, show legend or not. And for this one, analysis, okay, this is also very, very important. You can first show absolute values, okay? These are the values from correlations. And you can use either Pearson, Spearman, or linear proxy, okay? So if you're talking about Pearson, let me think about it. So for this Pareto chart, Pearson, first about the value. We want value as close to 1 as possible, okay? So value of 1 or value close to 1, positive 1, it means that that parameters has strong positive impact, influence on this one, the objective, oil total or gas total or water total. Again, let's add objective function. All right, click on add and let's move it up. Okay, so let's focus on this. So that's for the value. If the value is close to -1, then it has strong impact on that objective, but in negative way. Okay, and that's for the value. And for the Pearson, so Pearson, if Pearson value, Pearson correlation is close to 1, in addition to the strength of the correlation, it also tells you that there is a monotonical dependence between the variable and the parameter. Okay, this one is the variable and this one is the parameter of or the objective. So monotonical dependence. But for Spearman, sorry, so for Pearson, it's linear dependence. For Spearman, it's monotonical dependence. Okay, what we want is actually, if it is possible, it's monotonical and linear. Okay, so that will be very, very predictable. If you increase this variable, then the parameter will be increased in almost direct way, proportional way, in a linear way. If you multiply by 2, maybe the objective will be multiplied by 2 also, or maybe 4, 6, and so on and so forth. Linear dependence and monotonical dependence. Okay, but sometimes Pearson can close to 1, Spearman not as close. Okay, so that's basically for absolute values. This feature is very, very important, especially if you're really, really, really a quantitative guy. Okay, but you can also show values as histogram if you are more qualitative guy, and you can also use variable filter. So what this result says, basically changing permeability multiplier, especially in region 4, FIPNUM 4, will give you the biggest impact on the history matching. on the objective function. Okay, and the second rank is the curvature of the oil water relative permeability, and also multiplier, permeability multiplier on the region 1, and then the water oil contact. And as you can see, changing the permeability in region 2 doesn't give you, you know, objective function. Uh, it doesn't influence the objective function significantly. But be careful, you need more eyes. You need eye from oil total and gas total and water total. So actually changing the multiplier, the permeability in region 2 does influence your oil total significantly, but it almost have no effect on the water total. So that's why it gives you influence on objective function as only small. Okay. Again, you can also click quantiles if you want to get the P10, P50, P90